Hello, welcome to the Conquering Hill podcast, the morning talk show. I'm your host, Nicholas Gagnier, and any way you slice it, I'm going to dice it. I'm here to talk to you and tell you what's crack-a-lacking today on February 2nd, 2024. It's Groundhog Day, so apparently they're going to rip out a groundhog from the ground and they're going to point him in a certain direction, and if he sees a shadow, he's going to crawl back into his hole, something along those lines, where he's going to tell us if we have more winter. It's amazing of all the technology we have in this world where we are still relying on a groundhog to tell us if we have 6 more weeks of winter or 6 more months of whatever the hell it is. Yeah, and the Easter Bunny's real too. So thank you for joining me today. I stream live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. And here on my Facebook page and YouTube channel, you can find the replay on Spotify and YouTube at Conquering Hill. Thank you for joining me. So today, I would love to speak with you about waiting. Why are you waiting? I want you to stop waiting. Stop waiting on other factors to become perfect in your eyes. Stop waiting on maybe other people. Stop waiting on all these things that you believe have to be in the correct order before you can make your move. It doesn't work like that. You can't just wait for that perfect moment. Sometimes you'll just miss the opportunity. You miss Life will just go right by you because you're waiting on someone else or waiting on something else that you think it has to be a certain type of way before you can make your move, make your next step, go on your big idea, move forward. You have to just go. Sometimes you just have to go. And that's one thing I've always one of my pet peeves throughout my life is like waiting on certain things or some people, just like, what the hell am I waiting? Why am I waiting for this person right now? Why am I waiting on this? Especially when I've traveled, like, or been to a music festival, for example, like, go with a bunch of group of people and, are you ready to go? And you got like 6 or 7 people and you're just waiting on this one person to get their shit together so you can leave. It's just so aggravating. That's just one example, right? But as far as like, if you need to make a move, if you want to chase your dreams and goals and you're waiting on certain things to come into place or certain people, you're waiting on your family members or a friend or a coworker that you think they are the key to your success. They are the key to you becoming great at what you do. You think they hold the power? No, they don't. You have to go for it. You have to stop waiting and just move forward and go for it. I think some of us we get in that trap where, yeah, we want to make sure everything is perfect before we make the move because we don't want to make a mistake. We want to make sure, everything's going to go smooth. All my ducks are in order. I've double checked everything. Now I'm ready to go. And being thorough and having due diligence is perfect. You need those things. But when you are waiting on certain people or factors, in order for you to make that decision to move forward and go for it and chase your dreams and goals and try to become successful and create that life that you want, that you deserve, but you're waiting on something else or waiting on someone else to even move forward and take action. That is the problem. Stop waiting. There's no reason to wait. You waste time, you waste opportunities, and we don't have enough time. We don't have enough. The richest man in the world can't buy more time, right? Doesn't matter how much money you have, you can't buy more time. So stop waiting and wasting it away. I can't stress that enough. It's important. It's important not to just jump the gun. I understand that. I technically I am very impulsive. That's a double-edged sword for myself because I just want to go. I just want to move forward. I want to do it. And sometimes I don't double check everything. Sometimes I make mistakes along the way. That's me. I can admit those things. But I'm not wasting any time, that's for sure. And that's just how I'm wired. So take a look at yourself and ask yourself, What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting on? What factors are you waiting for so you can actually go out and do something that you really want to do? Why are you waiting? Stop. Just stop waiting and go for it. Move forward. Bring that big idea to the forefront. Bring it out into the arena. Start writing that book that you always wanted to write. Start recording that song you always wanted to record. Start learning that instrument you always wanted to learn. Start reading that book that you keep putting it to the side. Stop waiting to call an old friend. Stop waiting to make amends with someone that you really care about. Stop waiting until tomorrow, to the next day, to the spring, to the summer. Stop waiting to make those good decisions and create those great habits, those quality habits that you need to become better. Stop waiting. I'm going to start going to the gym next week. I'm going to start exercising and, I'm going to quit smoking next week. I'm going to quit drinking next week. I'm going to start eating healthier next week. Why wait? Why wait till next week? Why wait till next month or next year? You can do it now. You can start right now. There's no reason to wait anymore. There's absolutely no reason to wait on anything. It's now. We're in the present. Go for it. So stop waiting. You might not get the results you want right away, but at least you're moving forward. At least you're going towards something you really care about and you're passionate about. And you know you need to move forward, but it's easier sometimes to procrastinate and wait and create these excuses like, well, I'm waiting for so and so to get here before we get started. You're in a meeting and you want to conduct your meeting and you're waiting for Bob to walk in or Sally to walk in and all of a sudden you're like, well, we're just gonna wait a few more minutes. And everyone's just looking around like, let's go. I got shit to do. And you're waiting on people. Like those are the kind of things where you value your time. Someone else values their time, but you're waiting on something or someone else to even start something. That's the kind of stuff that aggravates me is when you're ready to go, and you want to get something moving forward, and you're up against the clock because some people actually perform better when they're up against the clock, myself included. Try to squeeze everything in as much as you can. Try to squeeze everything out of your particular day. Yeah, that's the best way to go. So stop waiting. Stop waiting. There's no reason to. So if you've looked at some of your New Year's resolutions and some of the goals that you may have wrote down at the beginning of this year, have you started all of them? Are you still waiting to start some of those things? Have you already quit on some of those things? Because you can revisit those just because you failed. Like, I'm gonna wait till next year to start this again. I'm gonna wait till my birthday to start this again. It'll be perfect. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. I've started things on the new year. I've started things on my birthday or when the spring comes, summer comes. I've started things like that because in our minds, we think that's the perfect opportunity to start. Maybe there's an element of truth to that. However, that time that you've waited, you have wasted to get a leg up, to move a little bit forward, to get a little bit farther along than what you really need to be. Why wait? Why wait? There's no reason to wait. So stop waiting. Take a look at those things that you really want to do, or you want to accomplish, how you want to get better, or how you want to improve mentally, physically, spiritually. Stop waiting on those things. You're not going to get there today. You're not going to complete everything you set out today, but you can sure the hell try. You can sure the hell not waste that time trying to get better, trying to finish that project, trying to start that book. Stop waiting. You have only so much time. I have only so much time. We only have so many sunsets and sunrises, right? That never changes. So if you're waiting on that perfect opportunity, that perfect time, so you feel like, all right, everything's ready to go. Now I got it. Now I got it. I'm gonna pounce. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna be successful here. This is the spot. This is the way I become great at something because everything's in order. The stars are aligned. Now's the time. Maybe. Sometimes you do have to create that perfect moment. Sometimes you do have to create that perfect opportunity for everything to go right, to go your way. You can't rely on all these other factors and people and things to come together in a beautiful way. So you think now is the right time. Sometimes you just have to create all of that. Sometimes you have to put things in order instead of waiting for things to get all lined up, nice and pretty for you to move forward. No, you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life relying on all these other external factors and people to come along just so you think it's the perfect moment to move forward and take that big step, to move on that big idea, to chase your dreams and goals. You're wasting time. So stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop wasting your time. Today's Friday, right? So today's Friday, this February 2nd. I'm streaming live here on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. We're already into February, already into the second month of the new year, 2024, big year. It's an election year, a lot of big changes going on. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of crazy things that occur, every election year or every year, right? There's always some kind of crazy event, crazy thing that comes along. It seems like this world is on fire, and some people, they get stuck. They're afraid to do things. They're waiting for certain things to happen. Patience is key. Sometimes patience is a very, very good thing. However, if you're not utilizing that time from being patient from where you feel like you need to do something, you can be patient and not wait at the same time. There's that space and time in between being patient and not waiting that can be utilized to become better, to become stronger, to take advantage of exactly what you want out of this life. The universe will open its arms for you once you decide that you're going to move forward and you're going to take this risk and take this big chance on exactly what you want, exactly what you're passionate about, exactly what you deserve. Because you deserve everything you want out of this life. You do. That's not just going to come to you. It's not going to come out on a red carpet. Universe is going to say, "Here you go. You deserve all of this because you are here right now. You're such a good person. Here you go." No, it doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. But if you are moving in the right direction, doing the right things, chasing your dreams and goals, the universe will open its arms for you along the way because it will know that you are on the right path. You're not waiting. You're not waiting for the universe to bring you all the answers, to show you the way. You have to be a true trailblazer in this world sometimes. Create your own path. It's a life experience that only you can have. So how do you want your life experience to be? What do you want out of this life? Do you want to sit there and be patient your whole life and just take slow, small steps your whole life? Sometimes you gotta jump. You gotta jump. There's a perfect picture in Panama where my 6 year old at the time, she's probably four, maybe 4 or 5 years, 4 years old. She's she's standing with my son who's 2 at the time, and she's jumping over a little small little stream. It couldn't be like 2 feet or something like that of water cutting through my property in Panama, and he's just watching her, and she's showing him how to jump over it. This encapsulates what you have to do sometimes in life. You have to jump over something. And he's learning, he's watching her how to do it. But he's getting ready to jump too. So don't be afraid. You gotta jump forward. You gotta jump over things. You gotta run through things sometimes. And don't wait. Don't wait for it. You're waking up today, you're hitting that snooze. What are you waiting for? You're waking up today, rolling over, trying to get another 15, 20 minutes out of your sleep, and yeah, it feels good. But what are you waiting for? You're waking up today, you're thinking about what I'm going to do tomorrow to get better. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to start eating healthier tomorrow. I'm going to start reading this book tomorrow. I'm going to do this or that tomorrow. No, it's now. We are in the now. It's good to think about all the things you want to do in the future. You got to create a plan, but action is the key. Action is the key. Take action. It feels good to take action. It feels good to make progress. Can't be afraid. And when I first started thinking about creating this morning talk show and podcast, I was contemplating on doing or not doing because it was a big step to take, because I knew once I started doing it, I'd have to commit. And once I committed to it, I was not going to quit. So I had to really bring it together in a sense where, like, why am I going to do this? At what time can I do this? If I'm going to commit a certain time frame of my day, a certain slice of my day, it had to be a certain time where I wasn't taking time away from my children or my wife. So it had to be earlier. But if I was going to wake up early, what else could I do? Why, if I'm going to wake up early just to come on here to speak with you, I could also do other things to become better and create a better life for myself, a healthier life for myself. So I decided to wake up every morning at 6 a.m., get some exercise and meditation in before I came live here, streaming on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. I couldn't wait anymore. However, I was contemplating, should I start on January 1st, New Year? Maybe I'll wait to the following week to start. I wasn't sure. I was indecisive if I want to do it. But I just jumped. I went for it. Sometimes you have to jump to see if you have those wings, if you can fly. Can't be afraid of crashing. Can't be afraid of falling down, of failing. That is going to happen. Doesn't matter. It's how you get back up and how long it takes for you to get back up. How long do you allow yourself to be on the ground? Self-pity, being the victim in pain, staying there in that hole of darkness, where in actuality you have the ability to pull back those curtains and bring the light back into your life and move forward and get better. Take stock of what happened, understand it, never let it happen again. But stop waiting. Stop waiting there. Stop waiting. You have the ability to make these great choices, to form these great habits every single day. I know you want to. I know you need to. Discipline is the key. So stop waiting. Start now. Take action. People don't wait. The people that chase their dreams, people that are the most successful in life, they don't wait. They go for it because they know how much time they have left, how much time's available every day. We all know it's 24 hours. We all know we're going to sleep, we're going to go to work. We need to commute here or there. We're still roughly around 7, 8 hours a day free. do whatever we need to do to stop waiting. Move forward. Take that next step. Embrace it. Embrace that. I think about some of the things that I want to do, want to travel, and when I was 20 years old, I went with a buddy of mine, and one of probably the one sometimes in life, you do things, and it just kind of just changes your perspective on your life, and how the trajectory of where you're gonna go. And that was one of those events. At that time when I was 20 years old, I felt like I had to get out of Massachusetts. Had to feel like I had to get out of my small town and do something. Couldn't wait anymore. I had to get out. I didn't want to wait till after college. Dropped out of my community college for a little bit, worked a little bit, saved up some more money, working towards that goal. But I couldn't wait to leave. Couldn't wait for that big adventure. I didn't want to wait till I was done with all my schooling and then now I can go travel. No, I just that was a choice that I made that I felt was right at the time. And once I did it, and granted, as a young kid, 20-year-old, and of course, being a young, stupid American traveling in Europe, did some stupid things over there. Got drink a lot of beer over there. Got drunk over there a whole lot. Had a lot of partying, but there was also a lot of beautiful things that I was able to see. Historical cathedrals and the Colosseum and the Vatican and the Louvre, Eiffel Tower, all these great things that I was able to experience, but I couldn't wait just to get out. I couldn't wait to embrace my life. So if you're thinking about traveling somewhere, if you're thinking about going somewhere, visiting somewhere this year, next year, 5 years from now, well, start planning for that. Don't wait until everything is ready, that you think everything has to be ready. Just go out and do it. I know maybe financially speaking, you need to wait to have the money or credit or whatever it may be, just so you can take those special trips. But don't say to yourself, I'm going to travel here when I retire. I'm going to go there when I retire. When I'm done with school, I'm going to go here. Or after I get my vacation time, I'm going to go here. I'm going to wait until I have all this all stuff. You know how many times I've heard of people that are going to retire, that just retire, and then within a couple months before they retire or just after they retire, unfortunately they pass away. They work their whole life to retire, and then they pass away. So looking forward to retirement so they can do all these things when they're retired, and then they pass away. They get sick and unfortunately pass away. You can't live your life like that. We don't even know what the hell retirement's going to look like. My age bracket, being 41, 25 years from now, 20 years from now, whatever the hell it is. You can't rely on what the future is going to be like 25 years from now. Think about what the world looked like 25 years ago, pre 9/11. If you're old enough to remember what this world was like, what the hell it is now. What do you think the world's going to be like in 25 years? Being retired, you don't have the same kind of energy, right? You don't have a little bit older, right? You don't have that energy to go out there and take life by its horns per se, which is understandable. And granted, we all want to get there. We're all kind of taught, in a sense, this is how life should be. When you're retired, when I retire, I can go visit this place. When I retire, I'm going to try this. When I have more time. No, that's one thing I've always liked to do is when I was younger, even now, but I really love to travel. Why travel when I'm 65, 70, 75 years old when I can't really do the things I want to do when I'm in my 20s or 30s? If you have the opportunity to travel and see this world now, I suggest you take it and don't wait and don't put it off. because the world's always changing. Everything's changing. You're changing. So take the opportunity to see the things you want to see now. Yeah, you got to plan for it, but don't wait 5, 10, 15 years to go visit Asia, Egypt, South Africa, Australia. Don't wait. Take that amazing vacation. Now's the time. Because for me, when I took that vacation, I was 20 years old. It changed my life. I realized, you know what? I want to work and live in a different country in my life. And I was able to do that. So, an eye opening experience can change how you view everything in this world. And you can understand, like, not everything that where you are now, say in America, where it's not perfect, it's not, there's other ways of doing things. You gain a different perspective and appreciation of what you do have as well. But you learn how, maybe some European countries have it, they're doing things a little bit better here. They seems a little bit, I appreciate this type of life, this lifestyle a little bit better than what I have going on right now. Right? It's not. I'm not. It doesn't feel like I'm in a rat race, or everyone's in a rat race here. Yeah, things that can be difficult. Go live in a third world country, and when you have to carry buckets of water or taking shower out of a bucket of water, your water's off half the day, or your electricity's out. Yeah, those things aren't easy. You gain appreciation on when you do have the water and electricity where you are now. You can learn how to adapt to what may be coming down the pipeline. So today I want to thank you again for joining me, February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Let's see what that giant furry animal has to say about our prospects of winter. All I know is it's still cold outside in Massachusetts, so when a damn beaver says or groundhog says, I don't really care. I think it's hilarious. But thank you for joining me today. Hopefully I provide a little bit of inspiration, motivation, and entertainment for you. I'm streaming live Monday through Friday, so I'll see you on Monday. Thank you again. Have a great weekend. Take care.